Hello and welcome to European Daily News. I'm Alex Grant, here to bring you a roundup of key news from November 8 to 10. Let's dive into the latest developments across the EU and Ukraine. EU developments. At the EU's informal summit in Budapest, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán announced the adoption of a new Competitiveness Pact, which will guide the European Union's focus over the next 5 years. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Charles Michel also confirmed that full implementation of the Capital Markets Union is part of the agreement, along with regulatory reductions and increased innovation support. Von der Leyen further suggested that the EU may replace Russian liquefied natural gas (LNG) imports with American LNG to reduce energy costs and maintain collaborative trade relations with the United States. This shift would aim to mitigate the effects of potential tariffs under President-elect Donald Trump's administration. Meanwhile, Stellantis and its Chinese partner Leapmotor have scrapped plans to produce a second electric vehicle model in Poland, citing escalating trade tensions between the EU and China. According to sources, the joint venture is now considering alternative locations, including Opel's plant in Eisenach, Germany, and another facility in Trnava, Slovakia. Austria's interior minister hinted that Austria may lift its veto on Romania and Bulgaria's Schengen accession if both countries meet border security conditions. This follows calls by Austria's appointed migration commissioner, Magnus Brunner, for Romania and Bulgaria to ensure they fulfill the requirements for full Schengen membership. According to Eurostat's latest data, the average gross annual salary in the EU reached €37,900 in 2023, a 6.5% increase from the previous year. Notably, Bulgaria ranks last with €13,500, while Hungary follows with €16,900, placing it at the bottom of the region's salary scale, behind Poland, Slovakia, and Croatia. In defense, EU ministers are set to discuss the concept of a joint European navy and plans for a next-generation warship during a meeting on November 19th. According to the European Defense Agency, work on this future warship, expected to be operational by 2040, is already underway. In Germany, opposition leader Friedrich Merz of the Christian Democrats has ruled out support for a minority government under Olaf Scholz, once again calling for early elections. Merz responded dismissively to the Green Party's Robert Habeck announcing his bid for chancellor, calling it amusing, given the party's unpopularity. Ukraine conflict. Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov stated that Moscow currently sees no reason to resume talks with the United States on strategic stability and arms control, despite ongoing communications about Ukraine via closed channels. While President Vladimir Putin recently expressed openness to discuss the Ukraine conflict with President-elect Donald Trump, the Russian Foreign Ministry now calls Trump's promises of a swift resolution rhetoric. Reports suggest that Elon Musk joined a congratulatory phone call between Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. During the 25-minute call, Trump reaffirmed his support for Ukraine without providing specific details, while Musk pledged continued Starlink satellite support. Meanwhile, Brian Lanza, a former Trump campaign advisor, hinted that the new Trump administration might not prioritize reclaiming lost Ukrainian territories. Trump's team quickly distanced itself from Lanza's remarks, clarifying that its focus remains on peace rather than territorial issues. In Kiev, EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs Josep Borrell underscored European support for Ukraine in his final official visit, declaring, "The message is clear: Europeans will continue to stand with Ukraine." Borrell's statement follows concerns over potential shifts in U.S. support under Trump. On the ground, Ukraine launched its largest drone strike on Moscow since the start of the conflict, leading to the diversion of flights from 3 Moscow airports. Russian authorities report that their air defenses intercepted the drones targeting Moscow and other regions, with at least 1 person injured in the attack. In a significant diplomatic move, President Vladimir Putin signed a strategic partnership agreement with North Korea, which includes mutual defense provisions. The agreement, announced following Putin's meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in June, commits both nations to support each other in case of armed conflict. And that's it for today's highlights on European Daily News. I'm Alex Grant, and it's been a pleasure keeping you informed. Tune in tomorrow for more stories from Europe and beyond.